What's up, guys? And this is Chris here, and welcome to a new thing which I'm doing called Coaching Corner. And basically, what it is I'm going to be asking you guys to send in hands or session videos to for me to analyze, and hopefully you can get something out of it, and I can get something out of it. And that should be, basically, I'll just go through the hands and the session and talk about what I would have done differently, perhaps, or where I think a good play was made, something like that. So this video was donated kindly by Matt H, or Flood the River on 2+2, who's a follower of the series. So thank you for that, Matt. So we're just going to have a look at this session, which is a 2NL 6 max session from PokerStars with 1 zoom table and 3 regular tables. So I'm going to pause the video every time I see an interesting spot, and we're just going to let it go through. So folding 6-7, that's fine. Yep, that's good. 4x raise because there's an extra 2 cents in the pot there, that's good. Okay, here we go. So we get 3 bet, very small actually. 2.5x, I'll raise. We get 3 bet to 20. This is always a call for me. We've got so much money in the pot already. We have to put 12 into a pot of 30, which is giving us really quite good odds. I'm not used to this HUD, hold on. Just because I use Poker Tracker and I think this is the Hold'em HUD. Hold'em Manager HUD. But I think that we're definitely right in calling this, just because it is suited. Perhaps if it wasn't suited you could make an argument for folding it, but I think because it's suited, we should really be calling this. I mean, this guy does look fairly tight, but yeah, that's the kind of flop you're looking for with ace-jack suited. What a flop that is, gut shot and a nut flush draw. So we are, folding 10-8's fine there. I think maybe when he checks again, I think checking the flop is good, because when he 3-bets with a king on board, I expect him to have ace king a lot, something like that, pocket kings. So I don't expect to have much fold equity on the flop. But when he checks the turn, I really don't think he's got much, so I think we can bet this now. I think that's exactly what Matt's doing. Yep. Perhaps. No, I think that's fine. Maybe a little bigger, 20, 25, something like that. But that's fine. Making some nice standard folds up here, and yeah, we win that pot. So good stuff. Nicely played. I like the way he played that pot. Sorry, got a bit of a cold today. 7-8 suited. I would open that, but it's not standard open. It's very much a play dependent open. I like opening that sort of thing from early position at the lower stakes, but it's not mandatory, so I don't mind the fold. Don't expect everyone to play the same way as I do. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Maybe a bit bigger because of the limper again, but then it isn't. Yeah, maybe 8. But that's being a bit picky. Yeah, that's a fold. Unless he just folds or checks. That's a fold. 2-3 suited. Here, I think this is a very unconnected flop. No draws really, apart from 4-5 or a gut shot to the wheel like ace-4 or ace-5. And no flush draw, so I think we can bet this. And that is what Matt does. Good sizing, I think, fine. I think he's going to fold a lot of the time on that flop. So nicely played. That's definitely a flop that's good for a continuation bet. Yeah, even I wouldn't open that one. Ace Queen, definite open. Yep. Yeah, that's probably a fold. That's definitely a check. You don't want to be raising light out the blinds. Maybe ace 10, king jack, you can raise out of the blinds. Once you're sure you're ahead of the limper's range. And also you can take a free flop, you know. If you've got a marginal hand, taking a free flop's always a good idea. He's using labels, that's good. I like the way he's using labels. Pot size bet from the recreational player. So yeah, I think giving it up is just good. You don't want to get into too many bluffing spots with those types of guys. You could think about opening that king 3. Make it big, try and take down the dead money, but it's not mandatory again. No, that would have been a nice flop, wouldn't it? King 3 over there. 8-4 fold, and I expect you will be folding. King Jack. Now, this is interesting because usually to an early position raise, I'm snap folding this, but you're against what seems to be a recreational player and you're in position. So in this particular instance, I don't hate the call, but I think you could also fold that. And usually I would if it was a different situation. But yeah, I don't hate the call there. And we flop an open-ended. Kings down here, want to raise this nice and big, maybe 12 even. Yeah, 10's fine, 10's fine. And we flop top pair. On the turn, I think we could be... yeah, I think we could be betting turn. Although it's a bit of an odd card to bet, so maybe not. No, I think you can bet turn and you can also not bet turn. I mean, it's possible we have a 10 in this spot, so you could make him think we have a 10. When the king comes, we're just doing a straightforward value bet, you know. I would go with like 10, maybe 11. Yeah, that's fine. Wow, this is a good flop. Overpair in the second nut flush draw. I think we should probably bet this. Okay, he's gone for the check. I do feel we should have bet that just because we probably have the best hand. We want to fold out like nasty turn cards that could give them a 2 pair or something like that. We always want to play this heads up, really. Now, when the queen comes on the turn and he bets, I don't expect him to have a queen a lot of the time. I really don't. You know, I can't think of many hands he's limping from the big blind with a queen, except he's playing something stupid like queen 2 or queen 3. But I just don't think he is. Especially that type player. I never expect him to have a queen here. Okay, so that's worrying. Okay, when that guy calls, that's worrying. I mean, I think that if he had a good flush draw, he would have bet the flop. The thing is, he's calling with you left stack behind, so that shows that he's not bothered about what you do. I don't know whether I expect him to have a queen. I think I do some of the time. I think he'll show up with a queen, but I think he'll also show up with I don't know whether he will show up with any random 2 pairs like 6-2 or set. Actually, he might do. No, I actually expect him to have a queen a lot of the time here. Yeah, I think he's probably got a queen a lot. For this reason, I think queen 6 and queen 2 are probably in his range if you look at his stats. I don't mind a fold. but I think that might be a bit nitty, just because he might have a full house here, or he might fill up on the river, and that could cost you your stack, but I think that would be a bit nitty. I think definitely the best line here is flat calling this, definitely. Just a flat call. Because you have no fold equity here. Oh no, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Call. Press the call button. Okay, okay. Yeah, no, in the heat of the moment, it's obviously, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. It's easy enough for me to sit here and you know, recognize what's happening in the subtext of this hand, but I suppose it is a lot harder. I know it's a lot harder when you're actually in the hand yourself. But yeah, I can't be on board with this play here. I think it's just picking a bad moment for a raise here. But well, I expect him to come over the top with a 3-bet now. Maybe even just shove, I think, because of the effective stack. Well, okay, yeah, he's pretty much done that. It's an effective shove. No, Jack 10 I would have opened there from the hijack. I think it's a decent enough hand. And I think at this point, you're getting pretty good pot odds. But interestingly, I don't think you're getting the right pot odds to call. No, I don't think you are. Usually, I mean, it looks like you are, but if you're looking at 57, let me just do the maths on this on my phone quickly. 263, yeah, you're getting 1 to 4.6, so you need 21% equity to call this. Now, it's clear he's got a queen here now. We know he's got a queen, for sure, because of the way he's now playing. And I don't think we have 21% equity, because with one card to come, we've got, we're about 18% to make our flush. Yeah, so that's, if we say there's 9 outs, okay, yeah, 18-19% to make our flush on the river, but that goes down if we add some full houses into his range, because it's possible he's got a full house. Queen 6, Queen 2, Queen X that hits the full house on the river. So I don't think we have to call this, I think we can fold. I think we can actually, it looks like we're getting the right pot odds to call, but we're not. Obviously it's difficult to do all that maths in the moment, so obviously flop an overpair up here, which is nice. You can see thinking about what to do, tanking a little. Yeah, I think it's a difficult decision as played, this, but I think a fold is the right one. Yeah, and Queen 9, and he ships it, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, I think so far that's the one hand we could have played quite significantly better, but I think a lot of the other hands have you played very well. But that hand, I think, yeah, I think we had 2 chances to get away from it, or just flat calling and then assessing on the river would have been the best option. Yep, standard folds there. pretty much standard stuff going on. 10-9, yeah, it's probably a fold. 9-2. While we got a lull in the action, yeah, so if you've got any more sessions, guys, send them in via the YouTube comment section or messaging thing or on the forums, and I'll be happy to do a video on them. So 2-4, that's fold. Jack 7, that's fold. 6-5, it's a fold. Bit card dead at the moment, perhaps. Ace King, that's definitely not a fold. Oh, that's unfortunate. Six five, that's not a fold either. It's a call. Okay, I'm surprised you folded that. I would have called that, I think. Right, this is interesting. I don't think you can ever fold to a min raise like that from the button. It just looks so weak. Yeah, I just call because you're getting a good price already. 2 into a pot of 7 cents, so I'd be calling that. Oh, but okay. Going for the 3-bet's not a bad idea either. I like the play. It's just that at these stakes, I'm not sure how often it works because they love to, see flops at these stakes. But, move up to 50NL, 100NL, that's probably a very good play. We flop a gut shot to nuts. Okay, this is interesting down here. I call this, I think. It looks very bluffy. I mean, he wouldn't do this with any hand that is on that board, he wouldn't. Maybe a flush draw? I mean, it's a weird way to play any hand, though, betting about 4x the pot. I think I call this and bluff catch with pocket eights. I just don't feel like he's got anything. He's not playing a value hand this way, and he's not playing a draw this way that often, don't think. Well, it's not the optimal way to play a draw, that's for sure. But it's always difficult to make those hero calls, yeah. Yep, suited jack, we're happy to check that and see a flop. Open-ended with backdoor spades, I think we can definitely be continuing. And we make our draw, but it brings the flush in as well. But I don't think we should be worrying about that too much. I think we just bet pretty much pot, get some money in there. Yep, that's fine. I fold. I probably fold Jack King here, but I don't hate a call if that's your plan. I mean, it's possible he's, on Duke is just trying to take advantage of the limper and pick up the dead money. That's what it looks like, but yeah, I don't think a fold's a bad idea. Jack King is a trouble hand. So as you can see on this hand, called the turn. I think you got a bit of a value again. He could be doing it with a better hand. Any flush. The nut straight. But you got a blocker to the nut straight. He could be doing it with a full house. But he could also be doing it with a top pair or a two pair or a set. There's just so many things he could be betting with and calling with. Well, as it is, he had the ace-3. 6-5 suited. You don't seem to like this hand, but I would definitely be raising this. That's good. Good stuff. Suited connectors are really invaluable at this stake level, because when you make your hand, you're more likely to get paid off on it than you are at higher stake levels. So there we go. Thank you very much for the video, Matt. A lot of good plays on there. The only hand that really bugged me was the Pocket Kings hand, but apart from that, I think there was a lot of good plays, and I think that you should probably won't be too long before you move up to 5-0 and start crushing that. So thank you for sending in that video. It's very good of you, and I hope you learned something from the hand review. So thank you all for watching, and goodbye.